Shares of Chipotle getting a pop today. Cowen going to a new street high price target of $2,250 on the stock. That's about 17% higher than today's closing price. The stock is already up nearly 40% this year. Guy, what's your take?
You say that knowing full well what my take is. I mean, it's just yet again an example of the burrito blowout playing its course amongst many analysts in the street. We've been bullish in this name now for quite some time. This is one of the great turnaround stories of the last 20, 25 years or so. And I think you could absolutely see that price target in the earnings in October. Look at their digital sales growth. It's ridiculous. And as you know, I'm a Qdoba guy, but I love what CMG is doing. So good for them on the burrito blowout front.
Karen, I know it's probably too expensive for your taste. No pun intended.
Yeah,
but what do you make of this stock?
I can afford it, but yes, it's too expensive for my taste. Although the execution here has been flawless, as Guy talked about digital sales. So clearly they were able to pivot during the pandemic. They were wildly successful at that. That's going to stay with them. And they're the master of that so far. I do own Starbucks, which isn't cheap either. I hope they get as much traction, as much profitability from their digital Chipotle has just done a phenomenal job. At what point is it too expensive? I don't know. I would have said that hundreds of dollars ago. So good for them. It's interesting to me, though, that the analysts are sort of all fighting over themselves. Who can be the highest on the street? We've seen that a few times. We'll see that tomorrow with RH and Lulu as well.
Yeah, that kind of fight doesn't always end well when you're striving to be the highest on the street. Digital strategy is fantastic, and what they've been doing even beyond that, Pete, in terms of loyalty, customer loyalty programs and new menu items, they've really been innovating as well.
Absolutely. Brian Niccol's done an unbelievable job. He comes over from Taco Bell and he absolutely transforms a company that had safety issues. They had a terrible experience, sort of a thing going on, and that all changed. And he literally has made that change over the past couple of years, but it almost happened immediately. I mean, he was very aggressive on what the path was going to be so that they could become the company that they have become now, which is absolutely almost flawless. I know that they are stretched. When you look at these numbers and you look at what the PE is for a fast food company, it is outrageous. But when you look at the execution, the digital growth that both Karen and Guy were talking about, I mean, they've done an amazing job, Mel, and they've obviously shifted away from safety and, as you said, innovated the menu as well. So they've really done everything that they needed to do, and I think going forward, if they can continue to execute the way they have, and by the way, the loyalty that you brought up, when you look at what's going on, and they were able to raise some of the prices, but also he was telling everybody, hey, look, we're also raising the pay that we're giving the employees. People like that sort of an experience as well. They like the fact that this is a company that cares about their employees. So I think that's a big part of why this company is so, they've got the loyalty that they've got, because people see this company as part of their own, and it's amazing experience that he's been able to create.